So this video is gonna be formatted a little funny. So I'll just get that out of the way. One of the restaurants here in Denver is right next to the convention center, and it's called Bubba Gumps. Now, a lot of people don't know what Bubba Gumps was, or is even. So I'm trying to. Here's my explanation of it. In the movie Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks plays this guy, and he lives through history, and stuff happens around him. So he goes to Vietnam in the movie, and one of his army buddies is named Bubba, and Bubba wants to open a shrimp business. And the whole movie, it's all sad. But I just want to be straight up with everyone. This movie is 30 years old now. Dude, what is happening? Don't get me wrong. It was a bop when it came out. And I mean, it's still considered a cultural icon to this day. But I mean, it can't be that much of a cultural icon now. If there hasn't been a sequel, Tom Hanks hasn't met Thanos. Being silly, be nice. But come on. There hasn't been the Don McLean's American Pies, frozen pies at your local Kroger. There haven't been John Denver Country Boy Pancake House, or Snoop Dogg's gin and juice recipe. And it just got me thinking about movies. Do you guys remember Good Burger, the Nickelodeon movie? Where it was, I can't remember his name. He's on SNL now. He's a cool guy. He's really funny. But, they didn't make Good Burger a real place after a Good Burger came out. They understand. Wait a minute, time progresses. We don't have to make our food for, it in the past. There's another bit, too, what happened. Was, in Denver, there was this thing called the Pixar Putt. I know, gets ready. It sounds expensive. It is expensive. And it's $80 just to do the entire course per person. And that includes kids. Dude, if you brought your kids, it'd be an easy $200, easy $300 afternoon. They'll be like, Dad, can we get McDonald's? It's no, Tyler, I just spent $300 because you wanted to roll a golf ball into Wally. So one of the crazy bits is Star Wars. They have a Star Wars hotel at Disneyland, which it's getting shut down right now, and it's done in September. I'm probably gonna make a video about it because it looks like an interesting thing. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Back to Bubba Gumps. So one of the first things you walk into the Bubba Gumps is there's a store, and it's filled with Forrest Gump merch. And a part of me would just be just confused. Imagine living in 2040, and you just see a guy walking down the street, rocking the Bubba Gump 1999 Nikes. And you're what are you doing? It's honey, this movie spoke to me. Let's go get more Nikes. And then it's what's happening? And then, the next part is when you walk into the restaurant. There's a metal bench, and it depends on the location. But there's these shoes and a box of chocolate, and you're supposed to sit there for a photo op. But it's I have to imagine just trying to explain to not a Gen Zer, probably a Gen Zer to be honest, but trying to explain to someone younger than me what Forrest Gump did. And it's he's not real, guys. He's not real. I'm imagining the scenario in my head where I'd be see, Billy, Tom Hanks was Forrest Gump, and Forrest Gump lived through history. And I'd just be trying to talk about it, and then he's hunting through the backpack on where the iPad is. And I heard some locations, they have the servers on roller skates. Dude, it's a restaurant. You're not supposed to roller skate. That's how you're gonna get a boo-boo. Okay? You're gonna get so many boo-boos. And they have these little flags on the table where it says, "Run, Forrest, run." And it lets the server say, "Hey, we're good." And then there's a sign that says, "Stop, Forrest, stop." And that means any waiter can come up to you and see, "What's wrong?" But my issue was, when I went, no one really cared. Everyone was just in the back. And then, oh, let me tell you about the time I went. I got the shrimp mac and cheese. All right, it sounds delicious. It was delicious. It was amazing. The check was $30. Guys, don't get me wrong. I'm good for a good mac and cheese, but come on, it shouldn't be this pricey. It shouldn't be this pricey. The other bit is I travel a lot for work, and I just remember one time I went to Tybee Island, and basically there's this thing called the Crab Shack, and I went with a few friends, and we heard this was a great place to get seafood, and it was delicious. The tables have these little holes in the middle, so that's where you're supposed to put your crab shells. And what happened was, I can't remember. I think it was Rico, and Rico was he put the legs on his finger, and he started poking people, and he was like, "I'm Edward Crableg Hands," and we just started laughing. It was amazing. And there's this one time we were in New Orleans, New Orleans, for this conference, and there was this lady at this restaurant, and she said, "Would you like some gator?" And we were like, "Sure." And so pretty much she just took a slab of butter, put it on the grill, and just put it bits of gator, and she was basically making alligator tail linguine. And I'm not gonna lie, it was probably one of the most delicious things I've ever had in a building. So I guess I don't know what the moral of the story is. Watch Forrest Gump, that's a good one. And try new things. That's a good story. All right, that's today. Bye bye everyone.